Hello guys and welcome to Access tutorial of the currency converter. So I'm going to add new amount to be converted in here. So let's say I am going for the following, and I'm actually converting from Canadian dollar. Let's say we convert into an Australian dollar. I think there we go. All right, so we can add new and maybe convert from British pounds to, let's go for Indian rupees. Now click on that. And that's it. That's how it works. Okay. And one other thing is those conversion that I've just carried out, we should be able to see them on the worksheet here. And there they are. Okay. So what I am going to do now, I'm going to take you guys into this access development environment and we'll put one of these together. So let's exit out, and I'm just going to, instead of opening a new sheet entirely, so I'm just going to come in here. I'm still using access, so see where we have create. Let's select table and right click on this table. I'm going to give it a name and just save it as conversion. Okay, that will do. Click on save and make sure the design it's going to be in design state, and the very first text I'm going to enter in there, I'm just going to call that txt convert. And what about the data type? We make that as number. There we go. The default value is 0. I can always take that off. Let's delete the default value. Then the next field, that's going to be CMB. Let's say CMB convert from, and I'm going to make that short. So let's say lookup, and here in this dialog just type in or select, I will type in the value, click on next, and the value that will be in here, the first one is going to be BGBP dash Britain. That's the first one. The second one, I'm going to call that Canadian. So we just call that Canadian dollar. Next, that is going to be, let's say, Nigerian naira. And I'm going to go for the next one. I will just make that euro. Enter euro in there. Okay, let's add just one more, make it about 5. And I think I'm going to set it for Australia. Okay, that will do. So we click on next. I have 5 countries there. You guys can always add as many as you want. So click on next. So I'm just going to leave that name as it is, and here limit to the list. I'm going to leave that and just click on finish, and that's it. So I'm going to create another field there, but this field I'm going to just call that CMD tool convert to. There. So instead of using a lookup here, since I've already used lookup here, I'm just going to use short text. Okay, but first of all, you see this where I use lookup, I can go to lookup. You see that it's a combo box, and those are the values that I have in them. Just going to copy them, come to the next field here. See, it's short, and let's select lookup. Okay, from general, go to lookup. Change the table to, or change the text box to combo box. And where we have source type, we're going to change that to value list. That's a value list, and role source that will become the following that I just copied. So that's the second combo box taken care of. Now let's delete this primary key here so that doesn't give me any error. So here I'm going to add LBL amount converted. There we go. And that is all. My tables are, or my table is ready. So if I right click, I can always select view the table, drop that down, and you can select. Okay, the same thing applies to this. There's nothing, that's like a text box. Okay, make sure I save, close that. Now I have my table in place. That's my table there, conversion, and I want to create a form for this very table. So come into create, and let's go to form. You see where we have form wizard? I'm going to select the form wizard. There we go. Now the form wizard is asking me which table would I like to use, because I do have 3 tables in there. The one I intend to use is the conversion table. So select, make sure you click on this double-head arrow to select all of the fields. Click on next, and I'm just going to click on next again, and if you want you can give this a name, just click on finish, and there we go. That's my table ready. But let's carry out some few enhancements. Now go back to view and select design. I'm just going to make room for that. You see here where I have my title conversion. So I'm going to just change that to currency converter. Okay, that's a label there. So let's change the font size to something much readable. So let's see, the size is 20. I want to make it about maybe 48. That's good. And make sure it is centered too. It's enough room there. Okay, I'm going to look for a line where it says align and just get it centered. That's it. Text align instead of general. I'm going to make it centered. And you see where we have font color, I'm going to change that font color, change that to black. That's white, black. Okay, and the font width, I'm going to make that bold there. Okay, looking good. Now let's carry out some enhancements here as well. The first place, the font is 11. I'm going to make that maybe 20. And let's come into where we have the width. I'm going to make that bold. The color, I'm going to make it black. Right. So as you can see, everything seems to be squashed together. So let's just enhance the look of everything. So if I come in here now and view, this is what you guys will see. Okay, so let's carry out some enhancements here so that it makes a bit of sense to us. So let's come in here. This will become amount. We'll change that to amount. So I'm going to leave the text as it is because that has a variable name. So this next one here is going to be known as, let's go for from currency. And this other one here, that's going to be known as to currency. There we go. All right, that's good. Let's move this a little bit so that we can have some more rooms here. Okay, this last one there is going to be known as amount converted here. And underneath here, let's add buttons. First of all, I'm going to add, yeah, let's add button. And you can always find that inside record reach operations. Click on next and select add record, or you can change it to add new. This choice is yours. So I'm just going to make that CMD add record. Click on finish. Alright, let's add two more buttons. Then the next one that I'm adding here, that is going to be the button that will close the form. So that is it right there. So close form. CMD close form. There we go. Let's drag it that much as well. And finally, add one more button. This I'm going to use for my calculation. So I'll cancel that. I don't need any data on this just yet. Okay, so we change whatever we have in here to convert. And that's all there is to that. Okay, so let's increase this font size. Select it all and just come right here. I'm going to make that about maybe 36. I think that might be too big. Maybe let's go for 28 and see. Alright then. Yeah, I think that'll do. 28 is fine. Okay. So far it's looking good. And if I run it now, let's come in here, right click, make sure it's saved, right click, view form. That's what you guys will see. Okay, drop this down and you can always add whatever currency you want to convert. Now, you see, when you click on add new, the system is ready for you to add new values. So I'm going to exit out, and that is the form right there. Design view. Now, the next thing we want to do is, you see, when we look at add new uses macro, and I want to get the macro on board of the form. So to do that, the first thing I'm going to do is, you see where we say convert from, convert from macro to VB. So I want to click on that, and I'll just click on convert it all. There we go. Now we need the name of this form. Remember, the name is CMD add record. So let's click on view the code. That is it right there, add records. But the thing is, I want to be able to call this very record once the form load up. So come right up here and let's change the object to form. And we need form load. Look at form load right underneath here. So in there, I'm just going to say call this function. Okay, call the add record. So even if there's anything there, form load will actually play it for us. And that's that done. Save that. Let's get back to development area. Now the next thing we want to do is, first of all, let me select this form and just change the color, back color a little bit to, yeah, that'll do. And change this as well. Right click and go to, where is it, form, fill back color. I think this is it. Yeah, that's fine. And these buttons, let's change their color as well. I'm going to make it a little bit darker. There we go. And let's add, yeah, let's add some border. Border style, make that bold. That is fine. Then the border color, I want to make it black. Then the border width, let's increase that to maybe 4. There, that is fine. Now select this convert button. Come right here where we have event. Click on the event. And here on click event, we have 3 buttons in there. Click on that button and select code builder. Click on OK. There we go. And here, that's my command, the button. Oh, I didn't give it a name. I'm going to go back. I don't like that. I should give it a name. Select that very button. We need to give it an official variable name. So let's do right here. That is the caption on it. Let's see. Okay, here the name, instead of command 11, I'm going to call it CMD convert. Yeah, that is more professional, and I can recognize what that's all about. Now let's go to the event and select the event again, and we should be able to see, look at it right there, CMD convert. Okay, this is the previous one. I think we can delete that there. Well, before I do any other thing, I want to create a function so that the button can work with the function. So right above the button itself, let's enter the function in there. Okay, so let's drag this so that we can see that. There we go. That's my function. It's called convert currency. Press enter. And inside convert currency, I said it's going to be by value. This amount is going to be by value. And it's also a double. Then by value again, whatever I enter is whatever is entered from currency as a string to currency as a string, and all will be converted to double. Now let's create my variable that I intend to use. Center dim convert or conversion rate as an object. There we go. Now this conversion rate, I'm gonna copy that, come right down here and just say set conversion rate as create objects. Let's go up a little bit. Set conversion rate equals create object, and this object is going to be of scripting dot dictionary. There we go. To cover that up. enter my speech mark engine. Now the next thing is conversion rate dot add, and the very one I'm adding is GBP, and the rates is going to be 1. That's the very first one. I have 5 of those, so I can just copy this. There we go. I believe I do have Canada, so I'm going to enter Canada in there and just change the exchange rate to about. And I also have Nigeria, I think. And the exchange rate of that is about that. You can always look up the exchange rate. And we have, let's see, I think I have Euro. Yeah, I do have Euro, I believe. So I made this Euro, and I'll look it up anyway. Euro. And the Euro, I'll just make it £1 to €1.79. Then one more. Australia. Let's change this to Australia. And just change that to, okay. You can always look it up, guys, like I said. Alright, so let's come in here. You see the name of my function called currency. Convert currency, paste it right there and carry out all the necessary conversion rates. So the first one is going to be the amount. Then we multiply the amount by the conversion rate, this one. Here, whatever amount you enter, it's multiplied by this. And to string, because whatever we enter is in form of a string. Then we're going to divide that by this again. Conversion rate. This will be from currency. I should take care of my calculations. But let me check what I have in here first. So I'm going to go back in here. Just want to be sure the names of the country I have on board. Okay, let's go to the table. Now I think I can see it here. Okay, we have euro. Alright, that's correct. Okay then. Form view. Design view. Okay, back in here. We now want to put together some lines of code for the calculator itself. You see here where we have a convert button. Select the 3 dots and that brings you right here. That is the convert button, and I'm going to declare the following variable. So that's going to be dim amounts, currency, and so on. So let me just grab hold of all of this. Yeah, just grab hold of all of this. And come right here, enter dim amounts as double. And this dim a string, and this one a string as well. So let's enter. Okay, so I think I should add one more amount. Let's say current amount. in current amount as double. There we go. All right, looking good so far. So all of that is ready, but one thing is supposing the user enter invalid character. So let's just say if not is numeric, let's say txt convert dot value, then I want a message box to display. Let's say message box. We can just say please enter the correct value. Please enter a valid a valid number. So come right here and just say VB maybe exclamation. Very good. And now this convert, I am now going to clear it, convert dot value, that will become clear. Then I also want you to set focus dot set focus on that very button. So let's exit sub and end if. If you start with if statement, you must end it with end if. That is that taken care of. Now let's take care of the calculation itself. Let's say amount equals C DBL, that's convert to decimal place. And what am I converting? I'm actually converting whatever I have inside here. So grab all of that and just paste it in there. Convert that to double. Now, what about the left? No, from currency. From currency, I'm going to say left. That is going to be CMD. CMD converter. No, CMD converts from dot. Now, what is the name of that combo box? I need to check that. Yes, correct. CMD. Oh, is from. CMD from and CMD code. Back to my code. Yeah, I think it's right. CMD from. Okay. Dot value, comma 3. I repeat the same thing for the tool. There's that in there. Change this tool. And this one will also be known as tool. There. Then let's grab hold of a convert amount. Convert amount, that is going to be equals currency. So convert currency, that's my function. Where is it? Here we go. Convert currency is the function. Yeah, grab hold of that. And what are we converting? The following. That will be the amount. Then we're converting from and the to. And the to, from the current amount to the current amount. Now that that is done, all we then need to do is to store everything inside our label LBL amount converted. That will be equals amount and speech mark space and from currency. Then let's add this again, and that will be equals the current amount here. So grab hold of that, paste it right there. And finally, go. I'm going to grab hold of all of this and change it around. There we go, and change this one to currency. And that's all there is to it, I believe. Yeah, that is it done. So I'm going to save that, go back in here and view, enter whatever you want to convert in there, select the country you're converting to, and there we go. Look at that. Okay, it's converted from Great Britain to Canadian dollar. Okay guys, let's try this out. Okay, so let's just give it a run and see how that's gonna work. Right, everything seems to be in place. So I'm going to save and let's go to access and right in here, click on view. So enter, let's say 779 British pounds to euro. There we go. 779 British pound is equivalent to 1000 plus euro. Add another one. 7,000 plus, let's say Canadian, and that is going to be equivalent to Australian, whatever. So guys, with that, I'm gonna call it the end of this brilliant tutorial in Microsoft Access. I believe you guys enjoyed, and please do subscribe to my second channel. This is my second channel, and I'll be very pleased if you guys can please subscribe to this channel, and if you want to join, please join. There's a lot more benefit if you are a channel member. So with that, I'm gonna say bye for now.